Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. GA, it's all yours.
The Bucks took a massive leap in Coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, DA. And powering into the first week of the new year, here's a brand new look at the power rankings. You look at the Rockets. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at Milwaukee, they know they're up against some fierce competition, but they believe in themselves and believe that they belong in the top spot.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Smith in at the point guard. And for the Bucks, Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Robin Lopez out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Bledsoe in at the guard position. Well, every year, Doris, despite the expert predictions, there are always big surprises, some things that come out of the blue, but boy, they're fun to watch.
We tend to use that word expert lightly because you never know, despite collections of talent, who's going to work well together, who develops their chemistries, what injuries play a part in a particular season. Are there mid-season trades that sort of maybe change the chemistry and the makeup of a particular roster? So, listen, predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You never know how an NBA season might play out.
And that's why we love the regular season so much. Long, yes, but so many different twists and turns along the way.
No doubt.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. No good from outside. Here's Knox, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
I'll tell you, the catch-and-shoot game of Kevin Knox, he's got to have it in his arsenal, and he does.
Bledsoe against Smith. Giannis outside. Here's the pass to Middleton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And he's got his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him. Middleton hits them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
To the inside, and the basket by Knox.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Shots good by Middleton.
Well, just an easy hoop, all set up by the passing instincts of Eric Bledsoe.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Knox. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee, fresh from a win against Portland.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Matthews, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
The Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Lopez. It's tipped.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Offensive rebound. Robinson. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Bledsoe finds Middleton. Back to Bledsoe. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
And with Eric Bledsoe, to me, when he's playing with confidence and when he's playing under control, this guy is a big-time difference maker.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim, Doris, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Matthews, no good. New York leading by 4. Barrett, wide open, he fires. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
Outside Matthews. Here's Giannis. And again, the Bucks miss. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. Barrett with the ball. Matthews covering. Smith kicks to Randall. Shot clock at 6. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bucks trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Middleton. Back to Bledsoe. Can they get it? It's deflected.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Smith's shot is good.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Now here's Middleton. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Antetokounmpo, no good.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Bledsoe against Smith. Here's Randall. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, at times he's most dangerous when he's attacking the basket. Hard for defenders to rotate over fast enough to cut Bledsoe off.
Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Miami Heat. Here's Knox, defended by Middleton. Back to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the air, they get it back. Robinson dishes to Randall. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
You have to respect the quickness of Matthews charging into the lane.
And here's Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Bounce pass from Randall. Smith the pass to Randall.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Great D that time from Giannis. Matthews. The Knicks pull it in.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. New York leading by 4. Smith dishes to Robinson. Pass to Barrett. Deflects the pass. Smith on the wing. Clock at 6. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for New York, Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. Reese Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Smith. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got his second bucket of the night.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
Payton passes to Portis. Pass to Randall. Over Giannis. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 6 points.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
Bucks trail by 6. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He had 25 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
New York's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Randall kicks to Harkless. New York needs to get off a shot. Payton's shot is off. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 6. Middleton the pass to Korver. It's stolen by Barrett. The pass to Randall. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Korver with it. Now defended by Randall. Hill kicks to Middleton. Shoots the 3. That shot is off. New York leading by 6. Shot from 16. They grab their own miss. Randall makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game brings him up to 4 for 9.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. There aren't many players who can score at the volume he has and make it look as easy as he does every game. He averages more than 36 points a game. The shot missing. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Harkless. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Bucks trail by 8. To the paint. And stolen by Portis. Now Payton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. Can they get it? And the 3 ball is good. Middleton's got 7 points in the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Payton kicks to Randall. A minute 50 left to play here in the first. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Kyle Korver. The Knicks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make great to make somebody feel good.
Dotson the pass to Portis. Gibson finds Portis. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. 5th best, the Bucks.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Portis.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
Yep, that one goes. .56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Payton looking around. Passes to Harkless. Back to Payton. Here's Dotson. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Hill passes to Korver. He kicks it to Lopez. Pass to Ilyasova. The fadeaway J off the mark.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Dotson. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him.
And the coaching staff loves the intensity Williams brings on defense, wanting to shut his man down.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's the Knicks up by 10. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Here are the five New York has to start here in the second. They've got Portis. Taj Gibson is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Dotson in at the shooting guard position. Both free throws good from Hill.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Bucks trail by 8. And here is Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Lopez. Shoots over Portis. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist from Marvin Williams.
Nice touch on the jumper from Brook Lopez. This guy is so skilled shooting from the mid-range. Love it.
Payton passes to Harkless. Payton against Hill. Payton can't get it to go. Right side, Williams. To the middle. Shoots from 8. And he can't bank that one in. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Robin Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Bledsoe comes in for Kyle Korver. And a switcher also for New York. Knox, he's checked in for Harkless. Dotson kicks to Payton. Up top, Portis. Lopez covering. And there's the pass to Dotson. Payton outside. To end the cold streak. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Well, this is an area of his game that he's continuing to work on. Elfrid Payton's three-point shooting getting better and better.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Bledsoe, here we go. Can't cash in from close range. The Knicks leading by 9. Here's Dotson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Dotson's got 6.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Now here's Bledsoe. A 26-point game for him in the win against Portland.
And I felt like his offense fed right into his D. He caused a bunch of turnovers. There was just no let-up in him all night.
Lopez, no luck.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Knox. That one misses. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And Bledsoe, here we go. Lays it up off the glass. Bledsoe's got his second bucket tonight.
What incredible upper body strength. Bledsoe able to finish through punishing blows.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Dotson. Pass to Knox. To the inside. Here's Portis. That one rolling around and rims out. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Ilyasova. Kicks it to Bledsoe. Lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Bledsoe's got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks. Now the pass to Knox. Left side, Gibson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You talk about a player who is a consummate pro, Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player, and in between the lines and out, you can count on Taj Gibson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back three will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 7. Giannis outside. Williams, that's for 2. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
This is the confidence you love seeing. Sometimes Williams wastes no time in getting his shot off.
Here's Dotson. This game he had 13. And the dunk by Robinson.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's Bledsoe. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Lopez against Robinson. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the block. Lopez dishes to Antetokounmpo. Count that one. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
You know, how about the big fella making the right play there to create that bucket?
Here's Smith. Passes it to Knox. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
And you take a look at Smith. His athleticism is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, no, the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad that he's in a position to take part.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 3rd in blocks, 7th in field goal percentage, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you aren't top 3 in blocks unless you're committed to dominating in that category. His awareness and hustle is off the charts. Very impressive. The first free throw is good. Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Randall's checked in for the Knicks. Barrett comes in for Damian Dotson. Bledsoe hits them both.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Pass to Barrett. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. The 11-footer rebounded by Knox. The Knicks leading by 5. Down low. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you. Boy, bodying up there, making sure to get position, that's really nice rebounding technique.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open, let me make the game easy for him.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Feeds to Middleton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And that one falls for Middleton. It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Antetokounmpo.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's Bledsoe. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, his speed with the rock, especially when he puts his head down on the drive, that's remarkable. Bledsoe forcing the defender's hand there.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
And he makes the first. Bledsoe hits them both. Now here is Smith. Poked away. Stolen by Middleton. Here's Matthews. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 3 assists tonight. The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Knox. 11 points for him in that last game against Miami. Matthews against Smith. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Good on the shot.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Giannis left side. 9 feet out, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Here's Smith. He kicks it to Barrett. Pass to Knox. 6 to shoot. And he goes in for the dunk.
Absolutely ferocious finish from Mr. Knox. Just salute him.
Bucks trail by 5. Right side out of Antetokounmpo. Over Randall. And another basket for Milwaukee. Smith with it. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Inside. And Lopez throws it down.
Boy, strong finish inside by Lopez, absorbing the hit. Nice concentration there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Korver in for Wesley Matthews. Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Knicks. The free throw off from Lopez.
Robin Lopez, the prototypical lunch pail player. He brings so much skill, able to create some offense when his number is called.
2 points. That one goes. Barrett's got 4 points in the quarter.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Offensive rebound. Randall kicks to Harkless. No good on the 3.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
New York's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Smith against Bledsoe. Smith inside, stolen by Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Here's Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lopez has got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
There's a minute left to play in the first half. Now Smith, the pass to Harkless. Lets it go from 14. Second shot opportunity, and Robinson with the layup. Robinson's got 10 points.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Lopez, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And not sure what he was thinking there.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Bucks have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one.
To me, it's so obvious that Kyle Korver's teammates love playing with him. He's such a pro, a good-natured guy, and you can trust him to make tough shots and smart decisions. Love him.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Hill comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Portis, he's checked in for New York. Payton comes in for Dennis Smith. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Randall passes to Barrett, and Chris Middleton pulls it down. Middleton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Lopez. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
Boy, Brook Lopez, no hesitation. Feathery touch for a big man. Love it.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, you know, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active, everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. First quarter was a difficult one for Milwaukee. The deficit for them just seemed to grow and grow, eventually reaching the 10-point mark at one stage of the period. The second quarter went a lot better for them, and they got right back where they wanted to be before the half and now hold the 1-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Eric Bledsoe has been exceptional here, guys.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a one-point game. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Here's Robinson after the basket by Milwaukee. Passes it to Barrett. A three ball. They get it again. It's not going to go for him. And the Bucks, they're shooting for the game at 42%. And it's Middleton penetrating. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Knicks trail by 3. Smith, the pass to Robinson. Pass to Barrett. Over Matthews. Barrett, no good.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
For New York, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Randall, no good. Bucks leading by 3. Giannis kicks to Matthews. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists in the game. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. The Knicks shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Randall, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Knicks trail by 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Looking to end his cold spell.
That's intense defense by Wes Matthews, just stretching out on those contests and bothering the shots.
Middleton, the pass to Lopez. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Stolen by Middleton. Floats it up for Giannis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. New York calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Bledsoe. 7th in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now, here's Barrett. Defense right on him. Yes, that goes in. Barrett's got 10.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Bucks.
Bledsoe kicks to Giannis. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks. The Knicks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Smith, the pass to Knox. Smith on the wing, guarded by Bledsoe. Pass to Barrett. Here's Knox. Clock at 4. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. You look at the Bucks. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, there's the Knicks. Just need to take it a game at a time.
Well, I think for New York, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
And the Knicks with possession here. Following the bucket by the Bucks. To the middle. Here's Randall. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Matthews, no good. Knicks trail by 11. Smith, left side. Randall kicks to Robinson. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Middleton for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Fires the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And he gets the bucket. 8 points for Wesley Matthews.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Smith. Here's Barrett. Off target from three-point range. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Matthews, no one around him, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. And Marvin Williams subbed in for Chris Middleton. The Knicks also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. The offensive rebound, Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, make no mistake, Dennis Smith Jr. is not afraid of a little contact.
And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Yeah, but he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
Throw good, Smith. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
This is an area where Dennis Smith Jr. is working on, right? As the primary ball handler, you have to be able to make your free throws.
Now, here's Lopez. He has 7. And here's Matthews from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Matthews has got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks. And here's Smith. Ball's knocked loose. Williams with the ball. Now Smith defending. Here's Bledsoe, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And we know because of Bledsoe's power, guys can't push this guy around. That time it results in an and one.
So far tonight, he's gone 4 of 6 at the line. Payton, he's checked in for Smith. You and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Bledsoe against Payton. The pass to Knox. To halt the run, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
Payton with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. To the wing on the left. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot comes out. The Knicks go the other way with it. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Dotson. Lopez covering, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So for the Knicks, Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox, and Barrett subbed in for Payton. Now, here's Barrett, guarded by Bledsoe. To the inside, Harkless makes it off the glass.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Milwaukee leading by 17. They double-team Bledsoe. Here's Lopez. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 9 points for Brook Lopez.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Here's Barrett following the basket by Brook Lopez. Left side, Portis. Kicks to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
That one is off.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Ilyasova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. And the second free throw, good. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Outside Matthews. Bucks passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Hill passes to Lopez. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Lopez has got 11 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Dotson. He's got 6. Passes it to Barrett. Over Hill. No good off the back of the rim.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Knicks trail by 20. Here's Harkless. The three-pointer, no good.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, we've seen this over the course of George Hill's career. So savvy, finding the open man.
New York shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Dotson kicks to Harkless. Back to Dotson. Pass to Barrett. Right side Gibson. Dishes it to Barrett. Just 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Gibson. Here's Dotson. It's hauled in by Ilyasova.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Flows under control, and he's more than up to the task.
And here are the Knicks now. Down low. Shoots from the right block, and that one drops for him. And it's 13 points for R.J. Barrett.
Nice looking shot there from Barrett. You can tell he's confident when he's shooting the ball.
Hill deciding where to go with it. Pass to Williams. He kicks to Ilyasova. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lopez, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
A difficult situation for New York. Here's Dotson. He has 6. Now here's Harkless. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Giannis.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 13, 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lopez passes to Hill. Now here's Ilyasova. Lopez right side. Shoots over Portis. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got his 4th assist in this one. .41 seconds left in the third quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Dotson can't hit. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Williams for 3. And Harkless pulls it down. The Knicks shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Barrett, no good. Hill with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Dotson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we'll be back with you shortly. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Scored again for this quarter, 0-0. Same effort, same mentality. Keep pushing it. Keep moving the ball. Keep cutting.
Well, Mike likes how they're working the ball right now.
And, you know, Coach highlighted it's a brand new quarter. They need to play with the same fire.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And New York, looking at who they've got. Taj Gibson is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Trier in at the point. Ilyasova gets the bucket.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game, but because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
And the first one drops. Wilson, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. And New York with a change here too. Randall's checked in. Second free throw, no good. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Outside Hill. Now the pass to Korver. Stolen by Bullock. And now it's Ellington running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Ellington's got his first points of the game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Here's Harkless after Kyle Korver's bucket. Harkless the bounce pass. Randall with the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
On the wing, Korver. There's the triple. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And the Knicks making a change here. Payton's checked in. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. It's stolen by Hill. The kick out to Brown. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And there's Korver on the assist by Brown. And that's now 6 points for Kyle Korver. Here's Payton. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
That second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Robinson's checked in for New York. Both free throws good from Korver. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. To the paint, here's Randall. The rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Both good from the line that time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Payton against Hill. Randall outside. Will it go? No good on that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. Outside Hill. Passes to Brown. Puts up a 3. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 5 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Payton. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Here's Robinson following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Now, here is Hill. And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That'll be his second foul of the game. Payton against Hill. Wilson kicks to Hill. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now, George Hill forces the action inside. Terrific control in the paint, and he earns the call thanks to his aggressiveness.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hill. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Now, here is Robinson. Payton outside. 5 to shoot. A shot by Ellington, no good. Bucks have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Pass to Brown. Korver gets a wide open look, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
A lethal catch and shoot player who needs just a little sliver of space. Go ahead, Kyle Korver.
Payton dishes to Robinson. Randall right side. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. 16 points for Julius Randle.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Now Hill, the 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And here is Ellington. Robinson passes to Payton. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, there's no question that Elfrid Payton has got a solid handle. He can get where he wants to go on the floor.
Hill against Payton. It's stolen by Randall. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Here's Bullock. And he overshot that one, missing. The Bucks have gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Tries it from 9. And there's Ilyasova on the assist by Korver.
Boy, Kev, how about the recognition of Kyle Korver? Puts the pass on time and on target. Makes it an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Here's Payton. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
And here's Brown outside, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here's Payton. Pass to Ellington. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Marvin Williams is checked in for the Bucks. And a switch here also for New York. Trier's checked in. Outside Robinson. Ellington with it. Now defended by Korver. Clock is at 3. There's Trier with the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Hill. Outside Wilson. Wants to get it to Hill and does. The baseline J off the mark. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And here's Bullock from the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks. Williams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail, well said. And stolen by Ellington. Trying to end the drought. He takes it up and lays it in. And so it's Milwaukee with it. There's 1:54 left in the fourth. To the inside. Brown the pass to Wilson. Stolen by Robinson. Inside. Randall.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now, here is Hill. Outside Williams. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. So it's the Knicks now.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Eric Bledsoe.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And finished off by Robinson.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Stolen by Robinson. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And Randall throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Unloads from 13. Bullock kicks to Randall. Now here's Ellington. Robinson passes to Trier. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out in transition, you know, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.